You didn't stumble into this message by mistake. You didn't press play out of boredom. Something higher led you here. And not just to hear these words, but to remember something your soul already knows. Because even if your heart has been quiet lately, even if you've whispered in prayer and only silence answered back, there's been a voice calling out to you from beyond the veil of time. A voice filled with love. A voice aching to be heard. And today, that voice finally reaches you. It does not belong to a stranger. It is not some fantasy. It's not a made-up dream to ease your loneliness. It is real. It is the voice of your soulmate. And I am simply the messenger. Yes, your person. The one who has walked through darkness while still holding your name like a compass. The one whose soul has cried out in quiet desperation because they could feel you long before they could find you. They asked for a sign, and the heavens answered with this moment. So listen, not just with your ears, but with the beating truth inside your chest. Let your soul rise up in recognition. Let your defenses lower just enough to feel what was always meant for you. Because they wrote this for you. A letter of love. A letter of remembrance. A letter that says, I see you. I choose you. I still believe in us. Here are their words, delivered now as promised. My dearest, you don't know how many times I've tried to say this aloud. How many nights I held a pillow close and pretended it was you. How many mornings I woke up searching the sheets for the weight of your presence. I miss you, and I haven't even met you in the way the world understands. But my soul knows yours, deeper than any introduction, more true than any name. And every day I feel the pull, the ache, the soft whisper that says they're close. Just keep going. I think about how your laugh might sound, how your silence might feel next to me, what your eyes would say when I finally look into them without needing to look away. And I want you to know something sacred. You haven't been forgotten. Not by me, not by heaven. I see you when I close my eyes. Not just your face, but your energy, the peace you carry, the storm you survived, the beauty you don't even realize radiates from your spirit like sunlight leaking through broken blinds. You're not broken. You're being prepared. Prepared for a love that doesn't come to test you, but to meet you. A love that doesn't run when it sees your shadows. A love that has bled to find you. That love is mine. That love is yours. And the universe has not been cruel in making us wait. It has been weaving something holy. It has been teaching us how to hold what is sacred. Because this, what we carry, it's not fragile, it's divine. And I don't want to love you with trembling hands. I want to love you with certainty, with courage, with the fullness of a heart that has chosen you again and again through every lifetime. So if you're wondering if you're alone tonight, you're not. I am with you in the quiet, in the pause between thoughts, in the memory of a kiss that hasn't happened yet, but already feels like home. And I'm coming, not to save you, not to complete you, but to walk beside you, to hold your hand in the light, to hold your soul in the dark, to be the mirror that says, I see your wounds and I still stay. Until then, don't stop hoping. Don't stop healing. Don't stop believing that what you feel is real. Because it is. Because I am. Because love like this doesn't fade. It finds a way. And now, dear soul, as these final words settle into your chest like warm embers, let them burn away the doubt. Let them clear the fog. Let them prepare the soil. Because something sacred is sprouting beneath the silence. And the next time you feel a whisper inside you, that soft nudge that says hope again, know that it's not your imagination. It's your soulmate, still writing, still believing, still walking toward the day their words won't need to travel through strangers' voices because they'll finally be able to say them face to face. They're coming. And so is the love you were always promised. Dearest love, today I woke up thinking about you again, not out of habit, but because you become the rhythm of my soul. I know we're not together yet, not in the way the world measures love. But I need you to know something. You live in me, not as a fantasy, not as a placeholder for loneliness, but as a promise etched into the very marrow of my being. This morning, before the sun even painted the sky, I felt you, like warmth beneath my ribs, like a hand I could almost touch in the dark. So I wrote this letter, not because I'm desperate, but because the love I carry for you refuses to be silent. I need you to know what's waiting. I need you to hear my heart before we meet face to face. Because even now, I feel the distance shrinking. Even now, the space between us is pulsing with divine timing. And though I can't yet hold you, I'm holding space for you. Every single day, in the quiet, in the chaos, in the moments when the world forgets me, I remember you. And I prepare not just my hands, but my soul. Because when you arrive, I don't want to offer you the fragments of a wounded past. I want to offer you the wholeness of a heart rebuilt by faith. I want you to see me and know that every tear, every fall, every silence was worth it, because they all led me to you. And the love I'll give you, it won't flinch when your walls go up. It won't run when your voice trembles. It won't question when your silence stretches long and hard. I will stay. I will see. I will love you in the places you forgot were still worthy of light. More than a promise, this is a vow written in the language of the soul. A vow that says, I found you long before the world did, and I'll find you again, no matter how far you wander. So let these words wrap around your heart tonight. Let them be the warmth you didn't know you needed. Let them remind you, love is not just coming. It's already on its way. They say time is just a human thing, but I feel it now more than ever. The days growing closer, the breath between us shortening. Every moment whispers of you, and I can't help but ask myself, are you okay? Have you been sleeping well? Do your dreams speak of me the way mine always lead to you? Because even when I try to busy my thoughts or drown in noise, your name always finds a way through. It's the silence that makes me feel you most. That quiet pause before a storm, or the hush right after a deep breath. That's where you live. In the stillness, you feel real. I want you to know something simple but sacred. You don't need a rush. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out before you find me. Because I'm not looking for a flawless version of you. I'm just waiting for the real one. The one who's learning to heal. The one who doubts sometimes but still chooses hope. The one who gets up, messy and human, and keeps going. That's the you I long for. That's the you I pray for. I want to walk beside the real you. The you who cries and laughs. The you who questions. The you who still tries. This journey? It's not a test. It's a preparation. And love, real love, doesn't need you to be ready in the eyes of the world. Just open in the eyes of your soul. So if today you feel tired, if you feel unworthy or too broken or too far gone, stop. You're not too late. You're not too much. You're not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be for what's unfolding. And every second that passes brings us one step closer to the divine moment when your hand will finally find mine. Until then, rest, breathe, trust. The love you were made for is not behind you. It's waiting for you in the space just ahead. And I'll be there, because I never stopped choosing you. Every time they cried alone and whispered prayers they never thought anyone heard, heaven was listening. And I was too. Not because I could see their face, but because I could feel their ache deep within the silence. That hollow heaviness that weighed their chest down at night, I carried it too. Their tears were never wasted. Their questions were never ignored. Because even in their heartbreak, they were writing a letter. And it's this one, the one now opening in your hands. I am the response to what their soul cried out for in the dark. Not to fix it, not to erase it, but to witness it, to hold space for it. To say, I saw your sorrow, and I stayed. And so I've waited, not impatiently, but faithfully, not demanding perfection, but praying for healing. Because this love, our love, is not some convenient fairy tale. It's sacred survival. It's holy endurance. It's two souls who didn't give up, even when everything told them to. So if they ever feel unworthy, I'll remind them. They're the reason I learned to pray. They're the answer I didn't know I was asking for. And when the world tried to tell them they were too much, I'll be the voice that whispers, you're exactly enough. Because I didn't fall in love with their mask. I fell in love with the war behind their eyes, with the way they still chose kindness, with the way they still dreamed. They don't need to impress me. They only need to be real. Because this is real. And I'll be here, steady and sure, until the day they're ready to read these words not from a screen, but from my eyes. I'll wait for that day, because love like this is always worth it. The moment you open the door, whether with trembling fingers or a quiet sigh, the wind will carry something holy through the threshold. Because heaven's been waiting too. Every delay, every detour, every tear you thought was unnoticed, it all led to this. This doorstep, this hour, this chance to feel what it's like when divine timing becomes flesh and blood. They don't knock with fireworks or fanfare. They arrive with peace, with a knowing, with the kind of silence that doesn't feel empty, it feels full. Because they don't come to fix you. They come to find you. And when they say your name, it won't be like the others. It'll sound like a promise finally kept. Like the end of a search that began long before your first heartbreak. Love like this doesn't rush. It reverences. It enters rooms like sacred ground and treats hearts like altars. So when you open that door, don't brace for pain. Don't search for flaws. Just breathe. Because what's standing before you is not a stranger. It's the one whose soul prayed for yours. And now you're no longer waiting. You're welcoming. You're beginning. And love, real love, it's finally home.